So what is your brand called?
It's called All Hale, which is my last name, and I wanted it to be like a play on words of like the Hale for royalty, and then my last name as well, so it's spelled a little bit differently, but then it's kind of like making it out to be something like quite important as a brand.
Okay, what made you start the brand?
Well, I did a textiles course in Cardiff, which was, I've always been interested in fashion. I never wanted to get into textiles really, but once I did, and they started talking to us like making your own business or like working for textiles companies, I knew that I wanted to do something on my own rather than work for someone else. So as soon as I left uni, which was almost a year ago now, that's when I decided I wanted to like continue on and build like a brand for myself.
What are your products that you have?
Originally, we started with kind of casual wear, streetwear, like t-shirts and sweatshirts and things. But then we recently took a turn and decided to go more into formal wear, so like kind of for the higher end of the market, I guess. Still like a bit streetwear in there, so it's a bit more casual, but it's like pretty dresses, like for prom dresses and things like that, but we still want to do the casual wear on the side as well, so it's like both of them kind of.
And do you do this alone?
No, I'm in partnership with my brother, and also we've recently brought on one of my friends who did fashion management at uni, so she's kind of like got the management side down, and then I'm kind of like the design aspect, and then my brother's just kind of like mediator between.
What is your inspiration for your brand?
I think because I've always been interested in fashion, I've like kind of grown up with it and looked into like my style as like a young person, and it's always, even like more today, it's been based through kind of like technology, so like there's the Instagrams and Tumblrs and all the blogs and things. So I think instead of looking to catwalks and what they're bringing out, it's actually more important to look at what younger people are wearing today and take inspiration from like the street rather than what other brands are putting out there.
What are your competitors, your main competitors?
A lot of online brands, because that's how we're going to be starting out. So there's ones like Urbanized Clothing or Hype and Avidius, I think it's called. So they're not very well known, but they're kind of up and coming as well, a lot further on than us. And they're doing like the streetwear with the textile prints, like all on trend at the moment. So.
And what's your target audience?
Like I said, with the streetwear, it's kind of like people my age, like between 16 to like late 20s. Very like a bit alternative. They kind of know what they want in fashion. So it's a bit like it's a bit out there, but at the same time you're kind of laid back as well.
And do you consider your brand to represent Bristol and its style?
I think I do, mainly because obviously I am from Bristol, so everything I do has like a touch of that in it. But when I went to Cardiff to do my degree, one of the main things I wanted to do was collaborate formal wear with streetwear, so that's where the Bristol side of it comes in. So we're doing all these like pretty dresses and things, but making it a bit more different, a bit alternative, and so you can kind of wear it, like dress it down or dress it up, and something just slightly off the wall than your average prom dress.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.